Prince George's County, off-duty Prince George's County police officer. But his death ended up, it's kind of touchy because he was chased on a dirt bike by off-duty Prince George's County police officer. He thought he was somebody else. He was a victim of mistaken identity. And the bike was bumping, he was bumping the back of my son's bike and he crashed into a tree. He traced him into DC. Squad take the officer, left the scene, and left my son at the scene, ready to go aid. And he went back to his office where he was performing duty, which was my apartment complex at the time. And he left me on the street and didn't help us, but it was on life support. He would come to his injuries 2 days later. August 6th would be 12 years since I lost my son. He was 17 years old. And I met some amazing people throughout the journey, but I hate how I had to meet them. I love you to death, trust me, I do, but I just hate how to meet you. And we all spend so much more time together than we do with our own family. I spend more time talking on the phone to these moms than I do my own family because they get it, right?
They don't get it.
They get it. And so it's like, you want to talk to your family, but I know they like it, you go again. But when I talk to them, it's no joke. We travel the country, all over, speaking out against this stuff. And it's just sad because, most of you probably never heard of my son's story, but I got cards. I want you to do research. Talk about my son. Talk about a family you've never talked about. That's how we got to get other names out here. It's a lot of high-profile cases. People always go, well, they high profile. Make your child high profile. My child is high profile because of me. You have to. Nobody's going to do it but you. So you got to get out here and speak about your child. Like I said, 12 years of his died. Look how long he's died. Married him way more longer than my son. But you got it, I was with Doc, we was in Memphis at the museum, and the Civil Rights Museum. That's an honor to have your child named and pictured in the Civil Rights Museum. It's a part of history permanently. And not only that, my son's birthday January 15th, Martin Luther King January 15th, and they should take a place together, right? I never knew that would happen, but unfortunately, I hate how people have to know about my son because he was an amazing child that everybody should know about anyway because he played the drums like crazy. That was his passion. He wanted to play that for a living, but of course God saw fit to do something else with his life. But anyway, I want to thank Tawana for including us in this event. And like I said, reach out to one of these families you probably never heard of. Get to know their child. So you can, they were special people too. And you might not have heard about them, but like I said, we have cards. I'll give you one. I'll let you know about my son.
Good afternoon to Wanda first. I want to thank you for always being inclusive. I know I'm not the easiest person to keep up with. And I want to thank all the impacted families that are out here today supporting this amazing event. I'm the mother of Corinne Gaines, who, like the brother said, had a legally owned shotgun protecting her home when the police decided to breach her door and enter for a traffic violation. After many hours of her refusing to give her body over to them, this officer deemed her life worthless and shot her in her back through her wall where they could not see her, injuring my 5-year-old grandson and not only in the face but blew his left elbow out to the point where he'll never be able to participate in sports ever in his life. And I said all that to say that this justice that we look for may not be attained in the way that we're seeking right now, but it is going to be attained. It's going to take many of us and a while to get to where we need to be in this fight. Because we have an administration in place now who have guardrails that have been totally dismantled from them, and we have an additional fight. We have to get the fool out of the office in order to be able to have momentum. Right now, we're almost deadlocked, but we can't feel deadlocked. We have to continue this fight. And again, I want to thank you, Tawanda and the West Coalition, for bringing all these people together because we need one another. We're nothing without one another. Thank you.
Hello everyone. I just want to say thank you to Tawanda, my beautiful queen, her family, the West Coalition, and Uncle Bill. Uncle Bill was so patient with me. I did the video like 5 times. But anyway, I just want to say that it's always an honor when somebody calls you, when they include you. One thing about Tawanda, she's personal. She's not going to send you a text or a flyer. The people gonna call you. I like that. So when you get that person that's gonna call you, it's gonna be hard to say, maybe not gonna make it. You can rearrange your schedule to make it some kind of way. So I'm here today to say thank you for honoring Dale, thank you for honoring our mothers, and I love everybody. I thank God for all of us being able to be a shoulder to cry on. And like Pam said, we're on the phone all day with each other, and more than our families. This is the really truth. And Dale was a bubbling person. He was just a good person, a good cousin to my nephew Jeff, and I always say son. And he will be dearly missed. And his was over domestic violence. And right now, with all these domestic violence cases that's going on, you look around, many people are still living and still staying, because these girls are still going back and forth with these guys. And then we have guys who've been abused too. So I just want to say that we're going to keep doing lobbying for new laws, new changes. We're going to just keep fighting for our children. I just sent Tawanda a picture the other day, and you in the picture. And what did I tell you, sis? I said, we still standing. And I said that we had our fist up, and we said, fist up, fight back. So that's what we're going to always continue to do, no matter what. We're going to keep standing, we're going to keep fighting. We're not going to stop, y'all. They're going to see us everywhere. Like Vernon said, they're out the country. I fly too, but I ain't been out the country. But we've been to Bahamas, vacation. But other than that, you're going to keep seeing us everywhere. And yes, we are all high profile. Every day one of us in this room. Just said something about my son.
Good afternoon, everybody. Nice to meet y'all.
Yes, sir.
I want to thank Big Sis again, always. She ain't give up the fight, as well as my aunt. My big cousin was like my brother. He went to law school. He was a lawyer. He was very intelligent from the time I came into the world to the time he left, unfortunately. I just want to say to everybody, if you have a dream, like Dale always spoke, he was like a Martin Luther King in our era. So like if you have a dream, live it. I want to give a big shout out to the mothers, my aunt, Big Sis right here, to all of y'all for having strength throughout the years to fight, to put up the fight. I just want to say I love y'all. Without our queens, without our mothers, we would not be here. So a lot of homage to all of y'all to get up every day, dry your faces off, your tears off, and fight for our loved ones and bear the voice for the world and the upcoming. All of y'all are amazing. I love you, Auntie. Love you, Big Sis. And all the beautiful mothers, just thank y'all. Thank y'all for just keep going on. And I love y'all. I'm here. Thank you.
You are truly a sister's keeper. I just had to get that out. You really, really are. And I just want to say, I salute you for that. I salute you too.
No justice, no peace, no crooked police. So I'm Doc's niece. I've been in it with her ever since. My cousin Artie, he was the life of the party, for real. So when he was murdered by the police, it was on her birthday, Father's Day was like the next day. Then it was my birthday. But to get the call, and then we called, when we heard about it, we called the police department to see if it was true. And they said, yes, I'm afraid we did shoot somebody and kill him today. I said, well, what was his name? I said, was it Archie Elliott? They said, yes. I said, can you please not go to her house and take her until family get there? They said, okay, but when we got there, they was already there telling her. Why would you want your family around you when somebody give you some information like that? So, and then we got a call, just so happened to the funeral home. They said, y'all better get over here to see how many shots he was, because they wasn't trying to tell us anything. And they showed us, they turned his body and everything and showed us. So that's something for a mother to see. And you young guys or anybody that pulled over by the police, when they take you out the car, lock the keys in the car. Don't give them a credit to search your car, because you don't have to have them to search it. That's how a lot of our young guys are getting caught up too, because they hand them the keys And they don't tell them to search, but they search because you give them the keys. Lock the keys in the car. They can't get in there because when you go to court, it won't stand up in court. But my son, I was pregnant with my son right here. He was murdered through gun violence. I was pregnant with him when Artie was murdered. My son was murdered at 24, the same age as Artie. And it takes a village, like Marion said. It takes a village. But we all walk in the same shoes. And I don't know how many pair of shoes we wear out. My son's case was a high-profile case. They wanted to try my son's case the way they wanted to try it. I said, we're not going that way. No plea deals. Why are we giving plea deals to somebody who participated in the murder or the crime? And then they cover up. They want you to take a plea deal because when you take a plea deal, that puts a strike on their belt, close the case, and you never get evidence. So whenever something happens, no, we don't want a plea deal. I'm still going to court. Well, I had to go to court last year because the guy that murdered my son, he wanted to be transferred to another jail, like he was on vacation. I said, no, you're not. You're going to serve the same 43 years where you are. This is not you putting in the reservation. And he wanted me to feel sorry for him. He's sitting down looking at me like, I'm going to make her feel sorry for me. And I told him, I said, look, the last time we was in court, I told you I forgive you, but I'll never forget what you stole from me. I said, so you're going to have to do that 43 years over there. You can see your family. I can't see my son. My grandson can't see his father. So you have to deal with the consequences. But they want us to give up. They want us to fall in. And the thing with us black people, we need to stay woke. Don't let them tell you everything. Research. Challenge it. Because that's what I had to do. Challenge everything they told me. And you hear the saying now, I'm smart in the 5th grade. Yeah, I brought that back. Because I let them know. When the prosecutor the state's attorney told me, oh no, we're not going to handle this way. I said, let me tell you something. I can show you better than I can tell you. Amen. And I told him, I said, at the end, we're going to play chess, and you're not going to like it. So I have a documentary out on TV about my son final moments, and I told them, go get the state's attorney to do this. So it sort of like embarrassed the whole state's attorney. They were scattered in one of different counties. I didn't care because I knew what you was doing to our young black boys. You was threatening them and giving them a certain amount of years, and then you would have them take a plea deal. And they have a first offense. So if they take a plea deal, it's going to follow them. And then you close the case, and then you go high up. No, we're not about to do that. Go to Carroll County and do that where the rest of those folks at. And I'm not prejudiced, but I know they don't give us a fair chance. And they don't give our kids a fair chance. They want them the systems are built for them. They want them to be fair. They don't even want them to learn how to write instructions. So it's stacked against us, but it's up to us mothers to be mothers, and fathers need to step up and be fathers. Go check on your kids. Go check on the neighborhood kids. Go find and see what's going on. We have so many kids missing that's not even talked about. Do a Google search on missing and exploited kids. Look how many black kids are missing. Look how many girls are missing. And you know, I remember one thing Dick Gregory told us a long time ago. They want our organs. They think we are stronger than them. That's why you have the president telling them to go. We outnumber them. He's trying to pay them to go have a baby for $5,000 because they're the minority now. We are the majority. And they think our organs and our everything is stronger than theirs, which it is. Because only black can make another black person. We can make the white a black, we can make the green a black, but black make black, and they can't do that, so they want to take a kill. They've been selling organs since 1993. Before that, Dick Gregory warned us about that. He said they want the organs, and billionaires think they can buy enough life changes. And you can't, because when God says over, it's over. And I just say, you know what, this is how I make it through. If God didn't allow it, if God allowed it, I have to accept it. There's nothing I can do but fight. So when my son, that's how I deal with my son, is to help somebody else. Because he was the one. All the rest of these kids, they was the one to make the difference. So now we outnumber the system. And we're gonna keep on fighting, we're gonna keep on raising hell, we're gonna keep on being when I'm going up to Baltimore Police, they know I'm there. They know I'm there. If I have a problem in there with a lawyer or anything, I go up to the state attorney's office. I said, now, we can do it the right way or we can do it another way, because I can have a press conference outside if you want me to go outside. Because I'm not ashamed of embarrassing you. I did it before, and I'm going to do it some more. Let's go to Montgomery County next and embarrass them. Because in Montgomery County, they got this taking kids from their mothers, giving it to the father. Because they pro-dad. And they don't care if he got a record, they don't care if he's lying, they don't care if he abused the kids. So now, I gotta go over there and embarrass them. Because it's not right. Kids are kids. Our kids are our kids. And the system wants to take our kids and tell us how we're gonna raise our kids. No, be the parent that God told you to be. Train up a child in the way it's going. If they need that ass, we'll spank them. Don't let the system tell you, because the system's gonna spank them. And then they're gonna take your kid, they're gonna take your kid and put them in the system and give them to somebody that's worse than what they say you was. So we need to fight. Fight back, continue to fight back, stick together, stay woke, because they want us to be asleep. Don't listen to everything you hear. And that president, he's crazy, we know he's crazy. We got the biggest crazy deal he can ever find. But we got to stick together and stay close and continue to fight. Don't give up. We not going to give up. We can live to win. Thank you.
So do anybody else want to speak? But I just want to encourage everybody to like check the time frame out in the next room and the videos that was put together. They're so powerful. We stopped it just so people can hear. But also bring your loved ones back out. This is it. It's going to go on all the way to the 26th of July. And I'm going to just give y'all a early FYI. We're going to have my brother's commemoration right here on July the 18th. So that I can back here, because they can't dare stand to go, especially my beautiful wife. She cannot stand to go to the place where my brother was murdered. So we're going to do it right here. And whoever else want to follow us after the event is over with, to do it like a balloon release camera type of thing. God is good. We're going to do it right here. So I just want to thank y'all. And we're kind of over time, so the public part is starting to open up now. But anybody that gotta go, we appreciate y'all and respect y'all time, because the first event was from 12 to 2. So feel free to leave, but feel free definitely to come back again. Thank y'all.
I need y'all to sign that toilet, because I'm going to leave it somewhere public. So sign your toilet.